Hello, hello. We are back to finish out the Phantasy Star 4 playthrough. In just a moment, I had to handle something. Alright, so we've done a lot of level grinding as well. As you can see here, we're at level 45 on Chaz, and he was around level 40 when we last stopped. During our previous sessions, he ended at 40. Whoops! Oh, hit the wrong button. Alright, and we have a lot of Meseta too, and we are back on Rycros. Let's see. Here we want to use the one with the most hit points. Doesn't really matter what vehicle you use. We'll go north. There's only 3 locations here. Oops, wrong way. Hold on, I'll answer that question. Okay, there's a question. Oops. A question in chat, and I'll answer that in a moment. Okay, so the max. Okay, sorry. The question asked was, what is the max level in Phantasy Star 4? It's 99. Now, however, the game actually punishes you if you go up to level 99. It gets really glitchy because it caps out the stats. Meaning, if you go up too far, then bad things will happen. Like you lose stats, you'll lose hit points. And androids. Let's see. Androids don't have a mental power which governs, damage and healing, amount recovered via healing and damage spells. They'll actually gain mental, and they'll actually get technique points, even though they never learn any techniques. So it's actually a really bad idea to try to grind to level 99. There's no actual real functional point past bragging rights. And you can complete the game. You can complete the game easily at around 35. Well, you might struggle at 35, but 40 to 50, you should be able to complete the game comfortably. And there's only 3 locations. Well, 4. There's a 4th tower you cannot access until you do a certain step in the story. But there's only 4. There's 3 towers. 2 are required in order to complete the story. You get more Guardian equipment here, which is pretty much the best equipment in the game, except for certain party members. Chaz gets a sword that's not gained here, and it's better than the guard sword. We will just retreat a bit because we want to get through this as fast as possible. Damn. Hardcore. And you have to actually talk to him in order to start the fight. Now let's see. Take a look at our defense. Wait, why am I in here? I'm going to look at the macros. Okay, we need to set up a defensive macro. An important tip to remember is androids get barrier, which protects you against magic damage. Mika gets deban, which protects you against physical damage. We want to throw out our strongest stuff in the opening salvo. Now we continue on. Damn, Zaraf looking a little bit buffed here. Okay, so now we use the defensive macro to start off. Now, something to note is these are not evil bosses, which means you cannot use FS and you cannot use the Grand Cross macro. Okay, he's immune to Nagra, so we should not be using gravity-based attacks on him. If I remember correctly, he's weak against Nafoi despite his appearance. It's been a long time since I had to do this battle. Okay, so now we'll try not walking in. Oh, never mind, he's down. I gotta get him back up. Try Tando instead. Okay, that's a good strong attack then. Whoops, did not mean, there we go. And there he goes, he's down. Oh, crap. Well, we need to drop some of this then. Okay, so we need to clean our inventory out soon, too. Oh, and also, I went back to while doing off-screen level grinding, I went back to the Valhalla Fort and found that there was a Laconian armor there for Ren. Somehow I missed it when we first got into the area. But I did find it, so yes, you can get his best equipment entirely inside the Valhalla Fort. Anyway, these rings are interesting. In story, they're required in order to access the final dungeon. But mechanically, they can only be equipped on one specific person per ring, and they are the best helmet for that person. Let's see. Okay, she's got the Mota ring. Got Dezo. And it's usually relevant to their origin. You know, Rika, the new mending originated from Motavia, so she gets it. Ren is a guardian of the system, and it makes sense that he would have the Palma ring because so much of the guardianship was coming from Palma. And Rune is an Esper, so he gets the Desolus ring. Now let's see. Well, yeah, I was going to go out. We go back. Whoops! Always had to make that mistake. Okay, back to the temple. Go heal up. Use the rejuvenation tile in there. Now that we've cleared the strength tower, we go down to the other one. Make sure to save. If I remember correctly, these are evil creatures, so you can use the Grand Cross. Yep. Honestly, we should probably win the vehicle, but it's okay. It's actually a pretty nice, scenery. Okay, this is the Anger Tower. This is the special area. You cannot enter it until you do a certain step in the story. So, we're going to get back in our shit and get the hell out of here. It will not let you in until you have a certain something, which we will begin toward. There is the right tower. But we will be coming back to the Anger Tower. It's an optional area, but I do want to show off why you want to come here. Now, the two towers in this area are really pretty short for as dungeons go. it takes no time to climb them up, which is great. Especially after stuff like the night, okay, I just leave this back down. Especially after the fucking air castle. Oof. Oh, right. Oh, this is Stardew. We definitely want to get that. In the late game, you should not have... Okay, you know, other than the vehicles and certain items, you know, you should only have certain recovery items, mostly Stardews and Moondews. Might as well go ahead and use one of these. Without inventory space. Oh, a robe. Okay, so we can give him something. Oh, that's a pretty decent jump in protection, so we will do it. Even here, you can't get away from the constant forced battles. Okay, there's the way up. And there was a chest over there too. It's probably just, you know, another do item, which we, you know, while it would be nice to get another free do item, we can't just go and buy them. We have way more than enough Meseta. Damn. It looks like a combination of Vel'Koz and Seraph. Anyway, throw out our strongest stuff, there's no reason to hold back. Especially since, you know, going back to the temple, you know, you get a full heal anyway. And also, we should open up with our defensive combo. But it doesn't matter. You know, the two tower bosses are not hard. Especially if you're coming at this point where you're just so, you know, overleveled for the part anyway. So it doesn't actually matter. There we go, he's down. And he gets a good chunk of XP too. Alright, let's go ahead and discard most of our junk. We don't actually need most of this thing. Well, honestly, you know, we should just go back and sell everything except absolutely critical leveling gear, which is very little at this point. This is just me being lazy and forgetting to sell stuff, so Let's see. Start another escapade. Yep. When you go into hardcore level grinding, there is a certain point where you just cannot spend more. You cannot spend Meseta coming in that as you get it in. Where you make more than you spend is what I'm saying. And even the late game items are, it doesn't take long to to have a lot of money even after buying late game gear, in game gear. Anyway, let's finish this. Now, I think Chaz receives the Algo ring because, he's the leader of the party after Elise dies. Now, something interesting is, first off, let's look at the description. You have no info on it, and it's a Rycross ring. Now, the interesting part about this is, no party member in the game can equip it. It's theorized that it was meant to be equipable by Elise, but since she died, you cannot actually see for sure if she was supposed to equip it or not. Now, I do not know if anybody ever hacked Elise into the game after her death in order to see, test whether or not, whether or not she could equip it. So it's theorized and assumed that it was meant to be equipped by Elise, but no party member can equip the Rycross ring. That being said, we are now done here. Oh right, we got the cutscene before we can heal up. So he split into two beings that have a civil war. It seems familiar. So, light and darkness. He could have just told us this instead of making us go fight his flunkies. And here's the big twist of the original 4 games. The entire solar system that the games take place in is actually a giant fucking padlock on an interdimensional prison cell. And each planet was supposed to raise descendants to keep this, going. Yeah, I can see why, I see a Shard and Saloon, analogy there. I was not thinking of them originally, but yeah, I can see what you're talking about. And this Great Light was pretty forward thinking, realizing they forget all about this shit. And so Rycross was supposed to come back when it was finally, the end game. Damn, he's ugly. So this is also another big twist. Dark Force is not a true independent being. While he is the final boss of Phantasy Star games prior to this one, that his appearance means the seal was weakened temporarily. So, all this entire time you were fighting the profound darkness, but not quite. That is why each Phantasy Star game in the original 4 games takes place 1,000 years after the previous one. Because that means it was time again for Dark Force to show up. And this, talk about defeating Dark Force means the previous player parties. And Parma's explosion back in Phantasy Star 2 was part of this. So basically he's saying if we want to go stop this shit for good, we gotta go in there and kick him in his nuts on his own turf. Not the first time, I'm sure. And this is what I was talking about a few minutes ago with the rings. You can enter there without the rings equipped. It doesn't actually do anything mechanically on that part, so it's all story fluff. I'm not sure how this is Argonians. I didn't really pay much attention to racial lore in the Elder Scrolls, so. Not going to fight. That sounds like a double negative, so that means he is going to fight for it. The error, another one of the many translation errors. Don't you just love early 90s translation? And, you know, the funny part is this is borderline lampshade hanging, I think. Like, Shaz is making a lot of good points here. So basically Chaz is being baby raging. Oh, okay, so yeah, honestly, I didn't pay much attention to Oblivion. I didn't enjoy it much as I did Skyrim. I can see, okay, I see, yeah, invading, you know, counter invasion into Daedra Rim. Okay, yeah, okay, I see it now. You know, he's got, you know, Chaz has got some really good points here. You know, it's basically saying no better than Zio if you're if you're acting like a puppet of somebody hired up on the food chain. And now we go back to the Esper Mansion. Let's see, which way was it again? Alright. So nice to be able to walk around without getting into combat. Well, this guy knows what's up. Sacred sword. Oh, bitchin'. Ren's not wrong. Okay, so you should not need the healing services, but it does provide an interesting opportunity. Excuse me. You get 1,000 XP per kill. You could, in theory, grind a level or two in here, but there's no point. Excuse me, had to cough a moment there. Alright, so we'll go ahead and kill a couple of these guys to get a free level up. Yep, 2,000 XP looking at the chat. So might as well take the opportunity. It may only be, okay, yep, no, it's both areas. You just auto attack a couple of times and it's, you're done. So might as well take the free level up. So here is the Sacred Sword LCD on. Now this is actually a statue of Elise Landale, the player character from the first game. And it's implied that this is the same sword that she used in the first game, but her strongest weapon there was the Laconian sword. So I guess it's implied that at some point, whenever it left her possession, it went to the Esperance and became a Holy Blade. In which, you'll see. Yes, see, it's implied that all the dead player characters from Phantasy Star 1 and 2 come here. Doesn't say anything about Phantasy Star 3, but, that's its own strangeness. By the power of Grayskull! And here is a recapping of Phantasy Star 1 and 2 with the appropriate characters. This is the first shot was Phantasy Star 1. This will be the Phantasy Star 2 crew. And important moments in it where one of the player characters died in that game too, which was Nay. And Parliament's Explosion. And the upper right is Elise, and below that is Nay. And here we got Elise of Phantasy Star 4. Being chat. It's actually, I think it is implied that if he died, after the game conclusion, if he dies, then he's probably going back to the sword. And now we have Ghost Elise running around here. I think, okay, if I remember correctly, it actually automatically equips it. You look at my gear. Yes, he automatically equips it. Okay, since we had no items left, we lost the Guardian Sword. But it's okay, at this point, money is irrelevant to us. We have no actual use for it anymore. So, it's okay. And let's see. Now, the LCD is interesting because it has a Holy Ward ability built into it, which means it gets, I think, yeah, against evil enemies, it should be able to one-hit kill them. Wait, why are we walking out? No, let's just teleport. And the rest of the party is joining up. And you automatically go back to Motavia. So you need to become stronger. Yeah, you dink! We've been fucking kicking the shit out of Dark Force and kicking him in his nuts repeatedly. We should be stronger. North of Piata. Life. Oh, this is bad. Damn. We gotta stop a jailbreak apparently. Now, Dave talked about 5 rings of stars, which means you can only take 5 in, which is correct, but nobody can actually equip the 5th one, as I said a few minutes ago. And just sit here chilling out until you can go in there with 4. It's not recommended at all unless you're like level fucking 70 or something. You can straight up overpower, so we'll look. See, we'll talk to each one. Okay, so what we're going to do here is make a hard save. And we're actually going to make a quick save because I'm going to show you what the dialogue, each character looks like when leveled up, when they return to the party. It'd be easier just to, load and via quick saves and all that. And Demi will come back at level 30, but not, sorry, level 43. I don't know why I said 30. She left around, I think, 19 or so, maybe 20. So she gets a huge power bump. She comes back with Laconian gear and I think that's her best weapon actually. And she has a lot of uses of her main damage ability, Phonon Measure, as well as 8 uses of medical power, which is powerful for her. She is a very good choice. After I show each one, we'll link the. I will explain which one's the best and which one's the worst. Kyra left around level 29, I think, and she comes back at 43. And she comes back with Laconian gear. I think it. Okay, so interestingly, here's something interesting. I looked it up later before the stream started. And saw that yes, there was a weapon inside the Garu Brick Tower called the Moon Slasher. If you had gotten it and then took it, kept it instead of giving it to Kyra, you could have her with 2 Moon Slashers right now. So I think it is assumed that canonically you would have found it in there. And she comes back with access to, I think we actually got her up to Nagara and Narez before she left the party. She has maxed out on her abilities. And she has access to Tando now, as well as Bindwa. Okay, so we looked at those, so let's look like Han. Han left around level, I think, 19, 20. He is fucking jacked. Look at this. He also has his own custom equipment now. And he comes back with an incredible amount of interesting techniques like the Zan family, as well as Vol and Saval. He also has access to Eliminate, which is a Rika skill, as well as the Astral, which combines with Rayblade to form the combo attack called Paladin Blow. Okay, now we need to look at two more. Bryce is another one who got pretty jacked up from the leveling. He comes in at level 46 with a full late. Where did he get this gear from? This is an incredible mystery right here. Where did he get this gear from? With Han, you know, he's an armor smith. You know, he has an armor smithing family, so it's understandable where he got his gear from. And I am sure, in theory, that Demi could have found Laconian gear somewhere in an unused facility. But where did he get his gear from? That's like a huge plot hole. Unfortunately, Grice has not really learned any useful techniques. He does now have a new ability called Sweeping, which is an AoE attack like Air Slash. And now the last one. Now, if I remember correctly, Raja left around level 30, I think. We did not have Raja very long. So there was no real point in level grinding because from when we got him, we were able to go up to, I think, well, yeah, up to the Esper Mansion first visit without having to, you know, do major grinding with him in the party. And we didn't even have him when we went to the Esper Mansion, you know, as part of the story rather than just unlocking it for the teleport. And Roger comes back at well, pretty jacked up too. And his gear makes sense because, you know, he's sitting on the planet where he could have gotten this. And he comes back with all the good shit. And more uses of Saint Fire, which is great. Powerful tool against evil enemies. Anyway, now I touched on this back in, I think, either the third session or the fourth one about the in-game party comp. Raja, by far, is the strongest pick. He's also the easiest one to complete the game with, because he has a lot of powerful healing, which frees up Rika and Rune from having to heal or raise people. He also has a lot of anti-evil abilities, which in the upcoming dungeon is infested by them. Demi is the second best pick because, as you saw, she has the medical power, which is a powerful tool for healing your party up in an emergency, as well as her android status, which means she can be, you know, she does not need to be recovered after a battle. She automatically gets herself back up. As well as, you know, being immune to mind control and, you know, stuff that attacks the mind. After that, I think the third best is Kyra, because she does have some offensive magic as well as defensive. And she has some physical attack power, but mostly she contributes well to, you know, to combination attacks. Now, after that is Han. Han is kind of meh. But Han's biggest strength is the Savol and Deem combination attack, which formulates Holocaust. And what that does is it insta-kills everything on screen that's organic. So, if you want a power level in the final dungeon, you could, in theory, take him until the core 4 party members are leveled up, then dump him for Raja or somebody else. And summarily, this means Bryce is by far the hardest pick to take into the final dungeon. Mostly because he does not really offer much other than physical attack power, and if you're doing that, you have Chaz, Rika, and Rin. They do the job better. and they have much more useful tools to help the party. So Grice pretty much ends up just being someone who just makes the party chug healing dues. So if you want the final boss to be hard, you take him. If you just want to complete the game or whatever, pick anybody else, but pick Raja. He is incredibly strong. Now we are leaving the area. We're going back to Rycross because until you get LCD on, you cannot enter the Anger Tower. And unfortunately, we cannot use teleporting to go back to the towers to make this quicker. So he knows where we're supposed to be here now. Yes, we want the Soldu. Get rid of a Trimate. What a twist! So this is actually an interesting moment. We are going to quick save because there's a reason why I'm using this in order to show you what happens when you choose the wrong option in this part. And this is the only time in the game you can ever actually see the front view of her model. It's an incredibly easy fight. See? Probably just auto-attack twice and she would have been down. And I quick saved a little bit too early. I meant to do it at this point. This is the point I was supposed to quick save on because you're not you're not supposed to actually take his offer. This is why. And that's why you don't take his offer. Get a game over. So we reload the save and we reject his offer. So it's always a trap. I have heard that it is possible to win this fight, but you're not actually supposed to win it if possible. You can pretty much only win it through either incredible, unholy grinding or outright, cheating and editing the game to make it winnable. So you are not supposed to win it. You're supposed to reject it. And now, as you can see, he has a new technique. And then also part of the part of the ultimate combo. This is, and back in at the start of this, I talked about how this helps you refresh what's going on with the party. It's one of the few games that actually does this that I've seen. And your fifth party member will have different dialogue depending on what's going on. They won't tell you where to go, you know, exactly, but you know, it's not like it's hard to figure out where you go. You'll see why. Whoops! Oh, I didn't mean to go back in. Reading combat? Yes, it is actually. So this is you may remember me talking about this in the I think a previous session. How we could not, once Rune got access to Legion, you could do it, but then I remembered you needed a certain ability to do it. So we set up the combo. Trying to remember the order. I may have the order wrong. If not, well, we could just keep testing until we get it right. I may have the order of Rune and Rin mixed up, but I am pretty sure it's supposed to be this order for the macro. So let's go ahead and save. Have a hard save. Let's take a look. Yes, I did mix up the order. Okay. We are gonna have to go back and take a look. Holy shit! That actually does a lot of damage. You know, Chaz usually has junky damage for the attack magic, but woo! Look at that. So we are gonna go back here and take a look until we get it right. Let's see. Okay. Wait, did I have Rune in number 2 or 3? Well, we'll know in a moment. Alright, so let's go pick a fight. Okay, there's something definitely wrong here. I'm messing up the combo, I'm not sure how. I'm going to take a quick look after this battle. So I may have the order, I think the order is entirely wrong. Okay, so let me take a quick look. Oh, I can't remember how it cuts out the sound, but... Okay, yes, I had the entire order wrong entirely except for deban. But now I know what I need to put it in. So let's just do that. You're supposed to cast Midget a lot sooner than I thought you were supposed to. Okay, so this time it should work. If not, then I know I messed it up again. I swear I got it right this time. Alright, one more time to pick a fight. See, this is what I was talking about the last session. When I want to fight, they'll run away, but when I don't want to fight, they'll show up in non-stop. It always happens too. Also, hello, welcome to the other late joiners. So let's try this. Oh damn it! I did it again, didn't I? Okay, so let me look at that one more time. Okay, yes, you're supposed to. All right, hang on. I tapped out a little too soon. I should wait till the comment was done, so that's my bad. Unfortunately, I cannot get this thing to run it normally when it's tapped out like that. So let's take a look. Okay, so according to this, I did do it right, but I don't know what's up with it. Okay, it may just be some kind of weird glitching then, because I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be doing it right. I'm not actually sure why it's not doing it properly, because if you look at it, you see, it says that that's the right order, so I don't know what's up with it. Well, keep trying, because I do want to show this macro off, this combination attack. Okay, something's not right here. Like, this is the actual spells and such, so I do not know why it's not working. It's the correct order. Oh, hey, it's got another use to it. We don't have to go back and recall just yet. I'm too used to saying recall instead, instead of just going back and healing. There we go, finally! There we go, finally! So as you can see, it's the ultimate attack and it does maximum damage possible in one hit. However, by the time you get it, it's kind of more of a gimmicky thing, just to say you did it. Because you could do normal attacks and such and deal more than that, or at least the same amount of damage, maybe a little bit more, maybe a little bit less. But you could do that with less investment. Like, okay, let's take a look at our standard Evo combo. Okay, that's not it. Okay, look at this. Yeah, okay, with Raja, we can in fact change this right now. Oops, it went too far. Now, okay, so at this point, we have Grand Cross, which does around 700 to 800 damage to Evil. Then you have 100 to 200 from Flare. And then Double Slash for another 200. And then Saint Fire, which will probably do, I think, 400, maybe 500 if we're lucky. That's more damage of one macro that can be repeated more than 2 times than you would do Destruct macro. And look at that. With Randy, you can only do Destruct 1 time before you have to recharge. So, it's pretty much a gimmicky thing at that point. Let's make our save. Now, we are actually at the end game, yes. I was just doing a, reading the chat, yes, we are at the end game. Now, they said north for Piata, which is mile. That's, oh. Oh, no! That's, this is what I meant a few minutes ago by saying you can't miss it. Let's take a look at the town. Okay, so the door is left open, but you can't actually enter it. This is the kind of foresight that Square had. Wait, why is it Square? I'm sorry, it meant Sega. used to playing Final Fantasy games. So this is the kind of foresight that Sega had. That if you actually went to the town after this event happens, then yes, everybody in here is dead. Now, we'll take a quick look at Kadari. If I remember correctly, Kadari has no actual changes. Whoops. Wait, why did I go? Here I am trying to check out the town. Oh, that's not thinking. Yeah, Kadari is not, close enough to be affected. But, it's funny, reading chat, it's funny you mentioned Sephiroth. Because, that looks like the fucking entrance to the Great North Cave. And maybe the Ifo tree from 9. Anyway. Whoa, the drugs are kicking in. Oh, actually, hold on. Let me go back out and save, because I forgot to put a save right on top of this area. So they're gonna make us fight, huh? And yes, read chat, these are the trippy steps. Let's see. Well, let's see if we can run. Yes, there we go. Anyway, we have all the optional areas done. There's no point in delaying the end game. Now, something to note is every enemy in here is evil, so you can't get away with spamming, using Saint Fire, Holy Ward, Grand Cross combo, and all that. And yes, this is kind of an epileptic warning segment. Strangely enough, this was a few years before the Porygon episode of Pokemon, which caused a lot of fucking problems. Now, there's actually an interesting part about this dungeon. Well, I could have explained it if we can just go more in a second about battle. There is a certain point where you can just sit here and camp out, and if you're having trouble defeating the boss, you can't farm a certain enemy in here. We just gotta wait for them to spawn. Cause I remember I think it's a 5th or 6th level down in here. Ow, we're going to get it back up. Him too. Wait, I was sure I clicked Chaz. So okay, let's get her back up. Okay, that's a dead end. I couldn't see it. Whoa, check it out. Hecarim's back for more. You're not wrong. Reading chat, yes, Not for EV emo, just for having shitty design. Wait, I think we're going back out. No, okay, I thought we were going. This is like a really freaky maze. So it's actually kind of hard to tell which way you're going sometimes. If I remember correctly, the area where the special enemy appears is purple. No, actually, this might be the right area. We will see, though. I'm not actually sure. Oh, I think we are going in circles. This is an incredibly bad maze, so it's hard to tell. Wait, am I matching things, or is the cursor kind of glitching? I don't think it was doing that before, was it? Whoa, this is not a fun area to be in. Okay, so whoops. Okay, so I am not matching it. Okay. I think I've been walking in a circle. Of course, it didn't help we keep getting in battles every 5 seconds, so it's hard to navigate. It feels like the encounter right here is even worse than it was up top side. I knew it, I was going the wrong way. It's really hard to tell. So let's try again. You know, I'm gonna try to just one-shot this little son of a... Let's see. Okay, never mind. We didn't set up our macro properly. You know, we want to save those Saint Fires for the final boss. Okay, this might actually be the area. It's been a long time, but I noticed a special spawn in here. We're gonna take a look around here and see, because I think the next one is the boss's room. So we're gonna keep running into battles until, from battles until we see the target. So I am sure we're on the actual level for it. Damn. See, even with the hyper grinding, we still got this problem. But yeah, it's just crazy strong. Oh, this could be bad. They just don't want to let us go. Fuck. Okay. They're running me down like fucking, a cranked up Scion. Damn! I cannot escape at all, apparently. So we'll just keep recovering until we can get out. Fucking owl. Okay, so that something was just not right there, and that's why you always save. Now, I did not want to use the quick save on that one for any reason. That I probably should have just used the rewind button to get out of that, but it was just been cheap, and now I used my freebie on that really bullshit RNG kill, hours ago. And that was just plain, ridiculous. You could not escape at all. Probably would have been much less effort just to fight it out. Here we go again, apparently. Ah, fine. Just like, okay, here's something interesting. Ataraxia restores technique points, but you can only use it in battles. That's why you can burn through all of your techniques while down here. Because you have a way to replenish it without having to go back out. It's part of why Raja is so incredibly strong for the finale. Next time, let me leave. Oh, ooh, nice. So do. I got rid of this already. Reading chat, I do not know if it's a glitch or not, because you should be able to run from any battle except for boss battles. That was just plain messed up, honestly. Okay, so do or fully revive and heal. I keep forgetting which one does what. It's hard to tell because most of the guides I've looked at while off screen don't actually fucking tell you what you need to know. They're bloated from those old days where nobody cared about a guide unless you were looking at it, had a ton of ASCII art. And I do not miss those days at all. Well, I'm glad there's YouTube and people actually putting effort into their stuff these days. Back in the Wild West of the early 2000s, oh dear. You could cut out so much bloat from a file if you just remove all the ASCII art. Wait, why am I looking? There we go. But back in the early 2000s, GameFAQs, oh, it was bad back then. So much ASCII art for no good reason other than just show off. It was honestly, it was borderline clickbaiting back in the day. Only we didn't have a term for that yet. But people were doing it back then. We just didn't call it that. Okay, so remember, it's supposed to be the fifth, I think the 6th or 7th down. Here we are in the area again. Let's just go further. Okay, I think this is actually the area where they spawn. So we'll try to fight. No, this is the area. I remember it was purple. It was like right before the boss. So we'll just mess around here for a bit. Run up and down. See, this is what I was talking about. I want to fight, but no, it doesn't want to fight. It may actually be a safe zone. I don't know. We'll go back up, see if it changes. There we go. Well, we need to clean these guys out, so I don't want to use the heavy hitting stuff. We use stuff we can, part with freely, because the final boss is a single target boss, meaning you do not need to hold on to your AoE. Oh, that's good XP. Alright, so let's keep exploring around, see if we can't get the boss to spawn. Well, not the boss, but the special spawn. Oh, here we go again. I hate using this, but I don't want these assholes to pull that shit again. So we're gonna fuck them up from the front to the back. One-shotty. Now, we may have to do a little bit of grinding, but only until the boss spawns. The special spawn shows up. So after that, we are just going to go straight to the boss, because I want to show off this special spawn. If he would actually show up anyway. See, this is what I'm talking about. I want to fight, and it doesn't want to give me counters, but if I don't want to fight, non-stop. It's just like waiting in queue in League. When you're doing something, it's the pop. When you're not, forever waiting. Ow. Yeah, for a fucking auto attack, that does a lot of damage. And we don't need to worry about Rin's hit points because he regens from walking. And he can recover them anyway. There we go, finally! So, he looks familiar because he is, pretty much a copy of the Dark Forces Phantasy Star 1 form. He also has a good chunk of hit points, more than any other non-boss spawn in the area. And he has the funniest fucking name ever! Yes, you are reading that right! He's basically calling himself a pro dick. Anyway, this is what I was talking about. We'll see. I'll show you in a moment. We are going to fight this boss. We need to be careful how much we use of the stronger attacks. Well, stronger skills rather, because we do want to hold on to them for the final boss. And Rika does a lot more damage than Adachi was, probably because she's okay. Silver Tusk, I think, does more damage against evil enemies. That's why she's doing 500. We can use Crosscut and spare those. This is a special boss spawn that only shows up on a certain floor, which is this one. Fortunately, I think he only has one attack. I think he can only attack one person at a time, and he is not as dangerous as you might think he is. He's mostly here at this point just to, be an XP faucet. Now, the reason why you want to hunt down this guy is, this is why. He by far gives the absolute most XP from a single enemy in the entire game, even more than bosses. Now, if you're struggling against the profound darkness, you come to this spot and farm the fuck out of the Profiles. If everybody up there is, I think 1/3 of a level, even at level 50 range. And if you only have one person up, which is incredibly dangerous at this area, I think you get, probably 50,000 XP per pop. It's divided up 5 ways, so... Also, thank you for the follow. So, now that we have that, now, if you are in trouble and you cannot get past the boss, just come down here and hunt the Profiles. See, look at that. That's an incredible amount of XP to gain. And it's pretty much one or two will get, a level. So there is a very good reason why you would come down here to get this level. And since we had Roger close to the level, we will fight one more time to get him over the level. Because why not? Every little bit helps. Alright, fake Victors got knocked out. Alright, now we are going on to the finale. But yes, if you are struggling in the end game, go hunt profiles, you get 13 XP a pop, and if you're below 40, that's going to skyrocket you easily up to the 40s. And even in the 40 to 50 range, that's still a lot of XP. And it's also the only viable grinding spot at this point. And here we go. Damn, HR Gargan's been running through here again. Thought we were done with him a while ago. You want to save... Okay, the Profound Darkness has 3 different phases. You want to save the really strong stuff for the last phase. So, use the stuff you have multiple uses of. Actually, we can use the AoE here because it's irrelevant and we can save the stronger stuff for later. Now this is Ataraxia, which will restore TP. Also, fucking ow! That hit hard! So yeah, that lovely attack from the Dark Force on the Zolas returns, and it still hits as hard as it did back then. Alright, throw down Flare. He might actually be better off auto-attacking with Elsa Dion equipped. And here we can use the Saint Fire. But, like, I know I said to save the big guns for the end, but I wanted to show off what it looks like. Oh, I did not notice Roger's hit points. Good, thank you for calling me out. You know, calling that out. Okay, I gotta get Rune back up. Anyway, yes, his auto attacks are stronger than Crosscut right now, so there's no point in using it except for Grand Cross. Ouch! This is why Raja makes this, you know, incredibly easy. Okay, wait, hold on. He is really low, so I need to go get him. Yeah, there we go. Since she has... Okay, Silver Tusk and Elsa Dion do bonus damage against evil enemies, so both of them should be able to do more damage with auto attacks than they would their weapon skills. Throw down Blessing again. Yep, like I thought. Form 1 is down. Don't you just love how this guy does phase transitions? Jesus Christ! Fucking hell, looks like a roided up Elise. No, wait, No, this looks more like Rexar on crack. So we'll just keep doing our normal stuff. Use auto attacks and conserve everything. And you don't have to hold back on using techniques because, as I showed a few minutes ago, ataraxia exists. And we don't need to pop it just yet. Go back to auto attacking because she does not need to help heal or anything right now. And we had Miracle, which pops. Miracle works on androids, which is another reason why Raja's a bullshit pick for the last battle. Ooh, went all well, I would say what he did, but it's kind of a spoiler for Final Fantasy 14, so I'll just refrain from saying it. Rika is the fastest, so we should use her to get Nassar off. Okay, we can use Rin to do damage. Keep that up. Now to pop this again because we may need to do double Nassar. Ah, damn! I saw it. Could have seen that coming. Okay, so we gotta focus on getting him up. We use it just to get our agility up. Oh, holy shit, that's a lot of damage. This could be bad. I was not expecting that at all. Jesus! Even in our advanced state, he is still incredibly strong. So it's a proper actual challenge. This is why you bring all the soul, you know, the medicine dudes and all that. Okay, final phase. We may have a little bit of a freezer as well because we can get doing our turn healing. You know, I was making those Elise jokes, and this is part of the closest form to look at do actual Elise. And the music changes. That's how you know shit's real. We got different music. And now we break out the big shit. Oh yeah, she does that too. Kinda makes sense in her case because, you know, she's pissed off. And the entire technique is all about anger and rage. Okay, we do have immune do, so get him up. Keep spamming healing until everybody's up and running. Oh, that's a freebie for us because we didn't actually have our buffs up. Meanwhile, put them back up! Oh, crap. Oh, this could be bad. Oh, that was close. Oh, we do have Soul Dew, so just use that on, you know, wait. Oh yeah, Chaz is. Honestly, we should just have Chaz do Ray Blade and have Rika, who's the fastest, get, you know, use the Soul Dew to get him back up. This is exactly why you buy so many, because the final battle, even if you're, you know, even if you have advanced knowledge of the game and do your best, you know, to grind up to low 50 or, you know, 45 plus, you will still get, your ass kicked. Cast is down, crap. Oh, this could be bad. Get the healer up. I probably should have given him double healing or something like that. I am glad I still had a bunch of repair kits. We don't have any more Soul Dew, okay. We can do. Oh, this could be bad. Yeah, these guys take a lot of damage and it's kind of a pain. Fortunately, Rin can tank the shit out of it. Basically, we gotta hope she does not use Midget on another turn. Okay, now I said before about androids and how they're OP. That right there is why. If you did not have Rin up and it went to if you had somebody else instead of Rin, you would have had a game over right there. Androids are immune to that crap. It's glorious. We are basically hoping for some real RNG here. And it did not work in our favor, damn. We may have to do something I haven't had to do in years. It's basically heal, attack, heal, or wait for it, that. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, crap! No! Oh! I screwed that up. I meant to hit. Okay, so I made some really bad mistakes there. What do you think? Should I just rewind that fight? Because that was actually some kind of weird glitch where I was sure I hit the recover button instead of you know, I've been having this real issue with the controller. It's been acting weird, so I don't know what's going on. Where I click something else, and what do you think? Rewind or not? Yeah, I'm gonna read chat and see what do you guys think? Rewind, because I can rewind and get go back to what I was supposed to be doing, because that was something not right. And we'll wait a couple minutes, and you decide: should I rewind or just reload? You know, since I'm playing this through the Mega Cloud, I'll show what the rewind function does. Yes, back to the boss battle. Answering the chat. They asked to rewind to go back to the boss battle because that was not supposed to happen. I was supposed to hit the recover button. That was messed up. Here is how the rewind function works. And once we get back to a point, I am okay. The chat said rewind, so we'll go back. See when it goes back that far. It may have actually. I think it works on a kind of an auto save, where if you wait too long, it will not let you do it. So I'm pressing the rewind button to see when it goes back to it. Okay, I am rewinding, so we'll wait and see if it goes back to it or not, because it may actually be at the point of no return. We may have to repeat the entire battle. But the boss does hit incredibly hard. Okay, I think it may actually be at the point of no return, because it's not putting us back at there yet, even though we've rewinded it pretty bit. So if that glitch happens again, we will just rewind, because that was... I was sure I hit the recover button, but it didn't want to register it as that. Okay, we will have to just do it manual, but we know what we need to do. Oops. We should actually make sure our macros are set up properly. That's the destruct one. We don't need this anymore because we are not actually doing that. That was the macro setup for farming in the Valhalla fort. Because he uses electricity. Oh, actually, hold on. What we need to do is go back to... Whoops. What we need to do is go back and get just a lot of soul dues. Because that soul dues if we had more of those, we could have possibly won without any problem. Because soul dues will give you full hit points. Stardew heals everybody in the party. Wait, why am I walking out? I could just teleport. I always make that mistake. Resho was the... Oh wait, Misa was the soul dude. Resho is where you go for laconic armor. We can clean out the inventory while we're at it. Nah, don't want to sell that. We don't need these anymore, so we can sell them, get the item space. We don't need this because we have two people. We have two people behind us, rather. Don't need this. Wait, no, don't sell that. Okay, so... And this is why you want to grind up a lot of money in late game, just in case you need to buy a bunch of dues. Okay, we are, I do not tend to farm for the special boss, because at this stage of development, you should be able to clear the game. We were doing fine, except for Midged I don't actually know how to pronounce it. The thing is Majid. You know, Majid just cleaned us out, plain and simple. I think we had our buffs up and everything. We probably could have survived maybe one round of that. But we should not need to farm the boss. We are kind of close to 2 levels, though. I don't know. And yeah, the penguins in those, you know, reading chat, the penguins are kind of fun. They look like goddamn, you know, 6-foot, you know, pigeons or something, but... Okay, so save the game again. There we go. Alright, so... Let me show you, you know, you may not have seen the rewind function before. This is what it looks like. Oh, it's not interesting. This is how it looks like. And the rewind function, well, it just speeds up their current direction. I see it just go straight up north, and I don't know why. Yeah, there we go. I think it must have been a button being held down when I wasn't paying attention. But yeah, the rewind and fast forward functions are actually pretty interesting. So let's go again. You know, as usual, save your energy and such, so you're on the Profiles level. Now, if I remember correct, this is the way we went before. Oh no, that's the other way. Okay, that's the dead end. This is the way we wanted. So anyway, as you saw in the first, conserve everything until the 3rd phase, and you'll heal up as you need to. With the gear we have set up, our auto attacks do more damage than our abilities, so conserve them. Let's see if we can get the Profiles to spawn, because we do have 2 people that are really close to level. And we can just use this. We want to clean these 2 out quickly, because as we saw before, they do a lot of damage. Looking like goddamn Scion Prestige Edition over there. Whoops. Why am I... There we go. Use regular start to pop up. Oh, we didn't take any damage, never mind. It was just Rin. Okay, so go ahead and pop your healing. Again, use your low level stuff. Honestly, we could just probably use auto attacks like I was saying, even on the multiple mobs. Okay, so Odysseus' auto attacks can cause instant death to evil enemies. And it's fun! Ah, there he is again. Oh yeah, he just runs up there and smacks him. He's gonna do something. cranky old Zolian, looking like old Piccolo. There we go, we got that level back. Let's use, yeah, top up before we go in. Okay, Ren needs to heal up. Yeah, honestly, I feel like I should. Okay, if I die again, due to my own fault, then I'll just go back out, you know, reload save, come back down and farm to get those levels back. Because we should be able to clear it, you know, at this point. We only died to Magid's stupidity. Yeah. Okay, we use the fast forward button to get it do this quickly because you can't skip cutscenes normally. Speed it up. There we go. And we're back. Yeah, use double slash. Get our buffs up again. Fucking ow. Let's go pop Naris on him. Actually, hold on. I'm gonna have Ren put up a barrier because I think these might actually be magic damage, despite them looking like physical. Pop a recover. I can't tell if it actually lowered damage or not. I don't want to say it did. So remember, Miracle affects androids, so if you know you're in trouble, bam, use it. Put him on defense. Should be able to down to first form shortly. Honestly, you should only have him on defense. Well, outside, the only time you should not have him defend right now is to heal up, you know, pop in, heal, and then pop back into defense. Okay, form 1 down. We'll use the speed up to get through the transition. There we go. Let's see, no ace is low, so heal. Okay, healing time again. Oh crap. Oh, I should have seen that coming. Well, we could use this opportunity to heal up. If you notice, okay, I don't think we actually saw this attack with Lashik earlier in the previous session, but Lashik does use another gate attack. Okay, so need to get our people up. Oh no 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 no! Phew! That, you know, when I saw the skill, I thought I put him on recover, not that. Okay, we're almost back in operation. Rika is the fastest, so we want her to do emergency healing when possible. And follow up with Gizar, just to be safe. Oh. Considering we just got hit by that, yeah, we didn't need that one. So we are back at 4 hit points. Let's go ahead and put in Saner. Get some defensive buffs going. Ow! Thanks for taking one for the team, Raja. Wow, we're in better shape this time from that attack. I feel like it's gotta be physical. No, I don't actually know. I can't tell. It's so hard to tell sometimes with some of these abilities. There's no clear way to tell which is what. You are a little bit behind. Brenda's actually at 18. Yeah, I'm reading chat and I don't see anything about him being at 182. Okay, final phase. Speed up transition. Here we go. Unleash hell. Actually, wait, hold on. Instead of doing that, let's take a look at our macros. Oh wait, we didn't set it up. Whatever. That's their evil farm one, so... Hopefully she takes the bait and goes for canceling instead. Oh shit. Oh, we actually survived that! I'll be damned, we actually survived! Poggies! PogChamp! Pop Ataraxia because some are getting low on PP. Phew! Freebie round. When she does single attack or tries canceling out, that's your freebie round. Alright, healing time. We're actually surviving that now, which is great. we'll follow up with a Gassar. Be safe. Ooh, here we go again. You know, the Profound Darkness is like, I'm not impressed, I can do that too! Oh, Ren is about to die. We may have to use a med kit for him. Unless... Okay, good. Free round. Use Gassar just in case we can take some extra damage. I think she'll be dropping within 2 or 3 rounds. She's taking an incredible amount of damage per turn. Okay, that's... Okay, free round, great! It's going a lot better than last time, huh? I think a lot of that was me, hitting the wrong button and just plain awful bad luck. And it shows you how big of a difference the buffs make. Free round, thank, woo! I think we can get away with 1 round of anti-evil. Interesting. That does about 1,500 damage per round. She's got a lot of hit points, more than I thought she did. Free round! Woohoo! Put up the buffs again, though. Oh, shit. Ooh, this is bad. I feel like I'm in serious danger. And that's why you bring 2 healers. And there it is. I guess my kung fu was stronger. Okay, so pretty much you can't click anymore. Rather, you can't press buttons to advance the dog, so it's automatically playing out now. So just sit back and watch. Oh look, it's a sort of bullshit. I think the damn thing broke. It looks like it broke, didn't it? Which begs the question, exactly what becomes of that sword if everybody's supposed to go back to it when they die? Oh, I'm looking at chat. Hold on. Okay, reading chat, I am so sorry about that. Automod can be stupid sometimes. There is no reason for it to be doing it, so I am sorry for that. I will have to adjust it after this. Fun journey. He was only around for like 1 hour of game time at most. What is he talking about? And see, Raja's got a point. They can't come visit anymore. That's actually kind of a bleak ending. You'll see, though. No, that's actually not a Twitch thing. It's the auto mod that I have set up for the channel. I have to adjust it to not, punish people for, for simple mistakes. It's really touchy until you have to adjust it. Otherwise, it gets really nutso. Oh, hang on. The mouse is causing the cursor to come up, so I'll move it. But, there's actually a lot of questions here. They put up a lot of questions that aren't answered at all, except for I think Japan only media. Basically, what have why don't they just reproduce the spaceship, so to facilitate travel between the planets? These guys acting like they'll never see each other again when they have a method of actually doing something. And see, he even says he'll meet again. So that he thinks there might actually be a point where they might see each other again. But potentially as Phantasy Star 5. But this is where the original canon ends with Phantasy Star 4. Hence the title, "The End of the Millennium." And then Phantasy Star Future became Phantasy Star Online, which used a different canon entirely, and it has a different profound darkness in it too, with similar origins as the one in the main canon, in the non-MMO canon. For those who didn't attend the earlier sessions, Rika is an artificial human. She is built upon the technology and scientific knowledge of Ney from Phantasy Star 2, who is also an artificial human called a Newman. So Ney and Ney First were the prototypes, but Rika is the refined version of that. And I think it's all about whether or not they could create artificial life. And as it seems, yes, they can in fact create artificial life. But back to what I was saying earlier, I think there were a lot of questions that were posed that were never answered. Like, why didn't they just, put the Landale specifications into the Machine Center? It was obviously capable of creating new machinery on the fly for as situations called for. So why couldn't they create something else capable of space flight? And not to mention, this asshole clearly has world hopping magic, because it's never explained how he went from Desolus to Motavia and back without using a spacecraft. Like, he had to be. He's obviously an Esper. He got over to Desolus somehow in order to become Lutz. So how the hell did he do that without a spaceship? There's a lot of things they never really explained. And according to supplemental material for Phantasy Star 4, Rika and Chaz did eventually get it on. And according to that same material, he died before he turned 30. Like, what the fuck? Early fucking grave. So it's kind of weird how I don't know how much that actually is canon, or just what else stuff. I don't actually know much about the compendium stuff, especially since there were plans to remake Phantasy Star 3 and 4 the same way they did Phantasy Star 1 and 2, but sales did not go so well in Japan, so they never left Japan. They were never put to America. I think they did eventually port 1 and 2's remakes to GBA, the Game Boy Advance, but they just did straight porting of 3 and 4's Genesis versions to there. He probably is fucking Batman, honestly. Looking at reading chat. Oh, no, Rune is not actually part of Phantasy Star 3. What you're thinking of is Rice, spelled R-H-Y-S. He is actually a pure-blooded Orakian melee fighter. In Phantasy Star 3, it's kind of strange. You have Orakians and Layans. Layans cannot use. Well, I think they can use some martial skills, but they are the big magic users. Whereas Orakians cannot use magic. They're only melee. Rather, they're only martials. And I have thought about doing Phantasy Star 3, but I kind of have my own feelings about it. Mostly that it takes, a really long time to get going, but it has a very interesting story structure, because the only thing that remains the same each playthrough is the first generation, which is Prince Bryce and his companions. Now, there's actually 4 different, four different scenarios for the second generation, and then there's 4 different ones for the third generation, which is the final one. So it's kind of hard to, it's very interesting because it has multiple versions of the ending, but it has multiple story paths on the way there. And some characters live or die depending on which story path you chose. Let me see if I can skip past this. Okay, we would have to use the fast forward then. So it's actually very interesting, but the problem I have with Phantasy Star 3 is it's even less intuitive than, it's pretty unintuitive, and if you go from 4 to 3, you are going to feel kind of lost, because they don't explain much of the icons or anything. You would have to look up a guide, like pretty hardcore. So I will have to think on it, but right now I'm leaning towards not doing a play of Phantasy Star 3. And I can't do one of Phantasy Star 2. Well, Phantasy Star 2 and 3 are included with Phantasy Star 4 in the Mega Drive collection on Steam, which is how we're doing this. But I just did not enjoy Phantasy Star 2. It felt like just, because I went to an after playing 4, and that kind of spoiled me on a lot of things that 4 introduced and refined. And 2 just felt not good. I mean, I recognize it's a very important part of the series, and it directly feeds into events in 4, but I just did not enjoy it. And Phantasy Star 3 is kind of the same, but it's hard to go back to it from 4. And I mean, I will consider it, but I am leaning towards not doing it. Okay, so now we've reached the credits. We gotta decide what to play next. Right now, I think after a short break, we are going to do Comic Zone. Honestly, this is a game that really could use a remake treatment. Like all the big RPGs get their remakes in some way or another. The Phantasy Star original 4 games, they need it bad. More than what Sega tried in the past. I honestly think if they tried to if they do for Phantasy Star what Square did for Final Fantasy VII, I think it would actually revitalize the series. Because Phantasy Star actually existed before Final Fantasy, and it was one of the earliest RPGs to feature a female character as the main lead. And it was also doing the sci-fi stuff before Final Fantasy was. Hence why I make the nickname of the Phantasy Star series being Final Fantasy in Space, because it kind of is. Not to mention you see stuff like macros, which if you look at Final Fantasy, they didn't do that until Final Fantasy 12 with the Gambit system, and to a degree, the Paradigm system from the 13 trilogy, which it's kind of complicated, but basically you didn't see automated gameplay like that until much later in the series life for Final Fantasy, whereas Phantasy Star 4 had it. Not to mention combo attacks, which was something you see in the Suikoden series that first started in 1997 on the PlayStation. As for the question is, it's a cat actually. That is a statue of Elise Landell in Termy, one of the early game cities. That features her and her pet cat Meow. Yes, that is the actual name. It is a pet cat that has long ears and wings. And if you give it a certain type of nut in Phantasy Star 1, it becomes an actual vehicle that you can use to approach the air castle. Now that we have completed the game, okay, so here we go. You can now actually see the sound test menu. Let's see. Oh crap! Start button. You access it by using the. Oh, that's not it. Crap. Okay, use it. You access it by using whatever you map the equivalent of the B key to. See, it still acts like it's using the Genesis control button prompts. So whatever you're using to mimic the B button, you can bring up the sound test menu. And it actually has all the translation errors too. And I think there's 45, 46 tracks. We'll go through each and every one. We're not playing them, but you can see what the names are. And some of these are actually using a Japanese name. Like this is Rune's theme, but his Japanese name was called Threy. And unlike most RPG soundtracks, that actually, ones that in games that have the actual sound test menu, it actually tells you who the composer was. Val would be the theme for Rika. Here, I'll show you. This is first played when you meet her in Birth Valley's seed, the bio plant. And this is played during the Elise fight in the Anger Tower, as well as during her death scene. And this is what I was talking about back in the session where we went to Zyle's Fort. This is called Organic Beat. And you also hear it in the Garuberk Tower. And this is what you hear in the nervous room in some areas of some machine areas. And this will be in the Air Castle and the Ladia Tower. And here we got another translation, bizarrity. This would be Take Off the Landale. And you see all these translation errors. Red alert. It's kind of funny. You see, you also have a lot of what was wrong with the early 90s translation, or 90s and early 90s and mid 90s, is translation errors where we're trying to transliterate. Japanese language has no L sound, so it comes off looking as a Dezoris instead of Dezolis. And a lot of these they are set up in order to the point where you normally hear them the first time in the game. And this is also an unusual one. It's Gumbius Temple, but here it's called Temple Ngangbius. No, I think it's pronounced Temple Gangbius. So there are some very, very strange. And see, look at this. No, right cross comes out as Ryu cross. And here you have the final boss music. And typos. And that's the entire list. There's only 48 songs, and they read some of them. Reading chat, I do agree that this game series does need a remake. Maybe to the level of okay, if we're talking SquareSoft games, let's just say we would like a remake on the level of Final Fantasy VII remake, but more likely it would be probably easier to do one on the level of trying to think, maybe Final Fantasy X and X-2 remastered, or Final Fantasy VIII remastered. Mostly, cleaning up a lot of translation errors, maybe putting in modern conveniences like autosave checkpoints. I don't know. Possibly restoring cut content. Like, I seem to recall there was actually a lot of cut content from the game because technology. This was meant to be put on a Sega Genesis cartridge, and that was pushing the limits even then because it was starting to get close to the end cycle of the Genesis. If they had made this during the age of CD technology or larger carts like the Dreamcast, it'd be a different story entirely. But yes, they do need to do something, something for Phantasy Star because they have a lot of things they could do with the original quad games. You could give them all new exposure. Now that I'm thinking about it, there's actually 3 options they could do for a remaster to use Square as a visual metric. You got the 10-2 remaster level, which is mostly restoring cut content or adding extra content, as well as texture and all that, as well as modern conveniences. But then you also have the Final Fantasy VII remake, which is the ultimate one. But there's also the Trials of Mana level remake, which is kind of in between those two, I think. Now let's fade the music out. And that is it for Phantasy Star 4. I appreciate everybody watching. So we are just going to stop here and see you all another time.